And it's not the Sacred Tarot, because that's the title before. I never know how to edit it before I come on, so the title will change.
But it's not the Sacred Tarot.
Just checking that you can hear me. Just doing a small chat. I thought it was going to be a bit longer, but I know I'm going to get interfered at some point with a fella who was out on a works thing, and he'll probably come home who might have had a few drinks, so I know there's going to be interference probably at some point, or faces peering through this window laughing. So yeah, I'm just going to do a little one. We'll see where it goes, because I am at work tomorrow, so it won't be a late one. We'll just see what happens, and I'll probably come on to add more to this chat at some point. Hi Robert, hi Organic Intelligence. So I'm just going to do this with I can never say this word, I don't know why, and I'm going to get it wrong now, so you'll probably all start laughing. Light in my Santo Palace, can I never say it, Santo, anyway, that stuff off a tree that they collect, where this is from. Is it Peru? I'm not sure. Anyway, it's like sage, but it smells nicer than sage, and I can never say this name. If anyone wants to try and guess in chat what it is, I might be able to say it, but I always forget, and I always say Pantosalis. That's just the way I say it. So yeah, and Sue Clarkson as well. So it never really lights for long, but it smells a lot nicer than sage. Not saying there's anything wrong with sage. I have got sage here, but this just smells nicer. So I just thought I'd clear the air. And we've got Loris in as well. Yeah. My fella's just been texting me, trying to put me off, saying, "Ooh, you've not made any jewellery lately for doing this, that and the other, have you?" And I'm like, no, because I am working as well, but also there's new stuff I want to bring out that I haven't got the, what do you call it, stuff for it yet, new ideas, so got to wait for that. Got Dobsy and whoever else is going to come in, so yeah, so it'll go out now. So I'm just going to leave it over there. I forgot to show you these cards that I got a while back. They were out of a magazine, but I was interested because they were chakra ones, and earlier on this morning I just pulled 3 out. They jumped out like they do, and I was thinking of the heart chakra, and there you go, it's green. I don't know what colour it's coming across on here, but it says, I can't remember which order they came out in, "I will cherish my heart chakra by practicing self-love through the power of positive thoughts," which is what I'm always going on about, and when I was talking about sacred space earlier on this afternoon, you know, getting your joy factor. But the self-love, a lot of self-love is needed. Still for myself, to myself. That's why I brought these flowers. But yeah, people have got to remember, I will cherish my heart. These so you can say them. It says on the front, because I like this. Now affirm this. So say out loud, I direct love and light to myself and let go of all resentment from the past. Which is funny, because this is what I'm saying about people have got to let go of the past. I will cherish my heart chakra by practicing self-love through the power of positive thoughts. And then the next one was this one, which says, try these yoga moves. Shoulder stand, upward salute, and the boat poses will help to heal those chakras. Add these poses to your next routine and feel the benefits. If anyone does yoga, it says, I will heal my throat, heart and solar plex chakras with self-expression and spiritual practices, which was funny because one of the self-expressions I was talking about earlier on today was light language, and I was talking about spiritual practices as well. So cards never lie. And then this card says, now affirm this. I love to share my experiences. I do, and that's why I'm on it, and wisdom, but I also know when it is time to listen. I will heal my throat chakra by using the strength of affirmation to find my voice once again. Well, some people feel they have to do that. I've been doing it for quite a bit, And also, I would say healing throat chakras is good by light language as well, because I'm going to go into that in a minute. Like I said, it's only going to be a little chat because I was going to do a chat on my awakening, but where I'm at now. But there's a lot I don't need to talk about that I woke up to, because I've spoke about it before, and it's not that relevant today, but it is in a way, because I know people have gone through it. But there's still more awakenings we go through all the time, different ones, and we let go of stuff and we bring new things in. And also, I was just having my tea before and I got that messaging of, how does a child learn? A child learns as it grows up, a small child, a baby, a small child, a toddler, by observing its parents and the environment around it. So we learn things and the way to be by the environment that you're brought up in and the environment that you're around as you grow up to adulthood and beyond. Is the people you hang around with, your parents, the way they are, and this, that, and the other. You observe. Some people observe, they do as their parents did, their friends do. Some observe and they don't do that. So, you know, it is all about observation, as we've been saying, about awareness, but we're observing what's going on now in the world, but there's no need to get stuck right in it and go off on actions that are not going to serve you well or others. It's all about observing, you know. People go on about the watchers. We're the watchers at the minute, so observing what's going on. But a child does learn by its environment, and we also learn by our environments, and you should be learning from your experiences. Like I said earlier on today, whether you're going to move in an energy of darkness or moving in an energy of light, it's all up to you, because you have free will to do so. So I just want to do a little chat on the light language thing, because people don't know my channel. You know, I've been through a few awakenings, and I will talk about it a bit more in depth another time. I just know, very aware that I'm going to get interrupted. I don't know in what form, but I'm just aware of that, and I'm aware that I'm at work tomorrow and I have to get up early, so it's better when I've actually got time, where I know, like at a weekend or something, where I know I can chat as long as I want to with you guys in chat. So I'm just going to do a little bit more on, if anyone was wondering what light language is from this afternoon. We all ready, folks? Shit about to hit the fan. Oh yes, well, yeah. And this is why you've got to stay in your heart space and be calm. Like I said, you are the calm in the storm. You are the calm for when that happens. So for me, light language, a lot of people will say out there, it is it's a divine energy, it's love, it's compassion, it's a frequency, it's a soul essence, and it's your soul song, it's a soul expression, which to me, because that's what people say it is, resonates so much. Because what would a soul expression be? If we're all energy bodies, we're all spirit in a physical form, what would a soul song be? It would, to me, it wouldn't be words, because down here we all get so confused with different words, and people get offended by different words and all this stuff that's thrown at us. So a soul song would be a tone, a frequency, something that it unites everybody worldwide. It has no set language of, like, how would you say, you know, like if I'm English and someone else has got a different language that they don't understand what I'm saying or singing because they don't understand the language. A soul language of a toning, a sound, a frequency doesn't need any words to understand it, because your soul understands it, feels it. So in a way, it's easier than speaking words, because you're not getting mixed up with, oh, does this mean that, or does that mean that? And it's raining now. It's raining, it's releasing. So it's your soul song, and everybody's soul song will be different, because we are all different. Some tones will sound the same, but that's why I think if people look into it and begin to do it, don't try and get in yourself's way by thinking it's wrong when it's your soul song. So it's your essence, it's divine, it's an expression of the divine coming through you and out. And I believe it heals because it's an expression that needs no words. or explanation. It just is. So I hope you can hear me, because it's now deciding to rain in here. I told you I'd get interrupted by I don't know what form. It's raining. My fella's about to come home, so I'm like, what? Mum says thank you. Mum says thank you. Let's do this. Oh, sorry, you're having conversations in chat. Yeah, so if you understand that. And I got into it quite a few years ago, where I'd seen people doing it by a lady called Kalina, and there were some other people doing it. And I sort of like was wondering what it was, and sort of knew but didn't understand. But I kept watching these people now and again because I knew it meant something. And then fast forward today, it just makes total sense, because I started doing it a few years ago when I first started seeing the orbs. And when I sang, because you can also sing light language, they came in more and twinkled more, and they loved it. So, you know, because I personally believe that orbs are spirit forms in whatever form that is, multidimensional beings, angelics, whatever. You get different colours. So I knew it was a thing. And then what really made me go, yeah, I knew I was doing it, was, like I said, can you put your thumbs up if you can hear me, because it's raining? 2 or 3 weeks ago, when I went to a spiritual event, a spiritual fair, and I was telling you about it, I had Reiki done with light language, and I had an elemental light language on for Joy. And I knew it was elemental because you could just feel it was elemental, and I was laughing, I was talking about it. And when the girl did a chat on what light language was to her and how she sees it, it was the same as me. It was, she started seeing orbs, she'd done Reiki, she started seeing orbs, she was doing all those spiritual practices, and this language wanted to come in, and she was doing little bits of it. But, you know, it took about, I don't know if she said 18 months to come in properly, but she's practicing like anything. The more you get into things, the more it'll flow. If you don't, it'll just shut off. So when she was talking about her experience, it was similar to mine, and I was like, no way. And this is how we all resonate with things. If it's similar, we're like, oh my god, so it's a thing. So I knew it was what it was, because when I saw the girl, I was like, oh, she's doing light language. And I said to my boyfriend, I need to go, because I'm into this, and I've been learning bits about it. So when I had it done, I did cry through the Reiki and the light language, and I did see a beautiful diamond bluish light that danced in. I did talk about this on a few chats a bit ago, and it was absolutely beautiful. So, you know, like I said, I've sent her the video of what I did, and she loved it. So to me, it's a thing, and I'm just gonna flow with it when I'm on here now. And if I decide something wants to say something like the light language that you heard today, I'm just going to do it and not think about it, and just do it, because it's not thinking about it. It's supposed to just flow freely. But when we're not used to things, we think like, is that real? Is it me just being blah 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 blah? Because that's what everybody says that do it. At first, that's what you think. But when you actually listen to people around the world that do it, different tones, some sound familiar. It is a nice thing to listen to, and if you close your eyes, not trying to understand it, just listening, feeling it. It's beautiful. So yeah, it's a soul essence. It's your soul song. And I used to do it as well. She used to say that she used to just burst out in songs. Well, I do. Sometimes when I'm in the kitchen or in the bath, sometimes, you know, light language is moving your hands as well. It's movement. It's all sorts, because it's all sorts. Like I said, it's dance, it's creativity, it's everything. So I used to be like mudras, you know, like, and I'd be in the kitchen, and I'd just be like, I'd just make songs up like that, not like our language. I just think, oh, I don't know what that is, but I like the sound of it, so I'm just gonna like sing it out. And we know frequency, sound heals. So yeah, so I believe back in the day when you had like the sages and people like that, and the what would you say, the priest and priestesses, they used to probably tone with songs because that's, you know, sound. And maybe they did it in places where it echoed in great halls and buildings and caves and stuff, because the sound would echo around that place and make it louder and stronger, and maybe people in that room, this is just coming in, would heal from it. We know people go for sound baths with gongs, you know, singing bowls in all sorts of shapes and forms. So it is a thing. But your voice is a vessel as well, and your voice is an instrument. So, you know, funny how they're trying to put us in a certain lockdown and trying to cover this up. You know, just saying. So, yeah. Sounds good and feels good with the toning. Yeah. Old ancient language we forgot in the past lives. Yeah, I believe that too. I believe that's what we used to do before the man-made structured language came in. And this is where we all get divided with certain words we say and things that sound different, and then, you know, all that divide happens, which is happening right now. But through sound, without the words, the frequency, the vibration that comes off it is totally different. And it unites all of different cultures, different beings, everything. So, yeah. I need to check if it's coming or not. Hello? Hello? Just checking, I'm keeping my eye out. It's beginning to rain again. So I don't know if any of you in chat, like I said, it's only going to be a little chat, have had this. I know there's some people that I do speak to that do actually do it and have tried it. So what are you all thinking in chat? If anyone was in earlier on, what did you feel anything from like the light language I was doing? Have you heard of it before, or is it the first time you've heard someone talk about it? Hang on a minute. I knew there was somebody there. Hello? I was just shouting hello. Because I saw the light go off. Hang on a minute. I saw the light go off. I saw the light go off. Oh. What you're saying. Yeah, so I was saying, has anyone ever heard of it? Yes, Janine. It felt familiar and the tone's frequency is so soothing. Thank you. In a healing session I've done, if the tone comes in, use it. I am feeling like your example is inspiring and will let myself explore more of the light language since I can't see. Light codes. Yeah, exactly, because other people inspired me to look into it when I was feeling it, so that's how we all inspire each other. And there's nothing wrong in looking into things, and if it feels right to you and you do it, then that's good, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. So thank you for them comments. I follow a girl on Instagram called Share the Light 333, I believe, and she does light language. I'll send you. Oh, thanks, Lois. Yeah, a lot of people do, and you'll be amazed that when you start looking into it, how many people around the world actually do it. And it's just like everything else, it's practice, and it's bringing those intentions in and all that. So, like everything else that you want to do. Oh yeah. Rainbow Wizard did a thing where he was doing something going love, 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 and someone shouted love back or something. It was hilarious. Janine, this is one of the best shows out there. Well done. Thank you, Robert. I don't know, it's just me being me, but yeah. Well, I've always talked about stuff to try and inspire people and make people feel better, because it makes me feel better as well. And I get a lot of enjoyment out of coming on talking to everybody and expressing my experiences of whatever that is at the time. But like I'm saying, I've shifted again from energies. I'm not the same energy as I was a few years ago. I used to get more angry about things and stuff. Not like that anymore. So it does work. It's worked for me with what I've been using for myself to come away from that. Some people, everyone's working on it. Some people have to bring other modalities and other stuff that I would say is not natural sometimes, this, that and the other. And that's fine. But to me, a more holistic approach is the best for me, personally. And yeah, and similar when you speak to your orbs, yeah. Listen to all the time with Joanne, Don, Holistic Mystic, and Dolly, of course. Oh, thank you, Dobsy. Yeah, Joanne's great. Holistic Mystic, I'll have to look for them. But yeah, and you see people in similar realms of resonation and stuff, and it's good because when you come across people like that, when I come across Joanne, resonate so much with her, and that's the thing where a lot of people are doing the same thing or bringing it in or learning about it and inspiring other people to bring it, and then we all rejoice in that we're all inspiring each other or resonating on the same thing or coming into the same thing. Some people out there will see people, similar resonations but don't like it. And I find that very strange because we're supposed to be uniting, not dividing. That energy that is not good wants us divided. So like I said this morning, if you're anything on that, thinking you're separate from something when you're not, it's dividing. So like I said, what energy are you in? But yeah, it's raining here now. Yeah, it's just stopped again. So anyone here having this issue, I help others with heal with energy, but I can't see that now as I'm under the weather. I don't feel it working the same for me. It probably is working. I just think when you do feel under the weather, you just don't feel like doing it. I don't think your heart's in. You're just not in that mind state, when you're feeling that way. And it's better to be doing it when you feel at your most powerful. Because we don't feel at our most powerful when we feel off. So I'd just say rest up and then, recharge yourself and then off you go again. A lot of people say that organic. A lot of people say they thought it was their secret language. And funny enough, Lois was talking to me about that before, about a little boy who does it. And he's really happy when he's in that. Because you don't have to worry about words and if you're saying something wrong. Because like I said, it's just what you're feeling. Janine and I also have similar experiences. We all do. And that's why when people are on YouTube, I think Lois has sent a link, but I might have to mess with it after. And you're sharing your experiences, people know they can resonate and realise that they're not on their own with certain experiences. So anyway, I'm going to go. Like I said, I've got work in the morning and I'm going to talk about this more in depth. So I just thought I'd throw a little bit out there and we'll see. But what we'll do before I go is I'll just pull a card on the self-care. Because it is all about self-care, self-expansion. Yeah, I feel pure joy when I do it with children and animals. Because it's like being childlike, you don't really think about what you're doing, saying, in that sense of you're just free to do it. Oh, hi Julie. Hi Ordinary Bear, I'm going in a minute. So we've got meditate, which I was talking about this morning. Have a bit of time with yourself and your higher self. Make an altar. Was I not talking about that this morning? My cards are always right, and that is number 16, which is number 7. Positive affirmations, which we were just doing before. This is why I like to pull the cards after I've spoke, because they always come up. Hilarious. And the last one. Oh no, it's not the last one. Spend time with friends. That's what I was thinking about this weekend, because I wanted to go and see my sister and one of my best friends. And communication. And make a meal. Make something healthy. Something good for your body. Handmade. Homemade cooking. So yeah. So healthy food. Meditate. Make an altar to have that time for you. Self-care and positive affirmations. So there you go. Yes, so thank you for coming in. It was just a short one, but I have done 2 today anyway, so that'll make up for it. And I'm gonna go and I'll try and come and finish this off properly with a longer chat when I know I've got a bit of extra time, and I don't have to sort of clock watch sort of thing. So I will see you soon. Thanks for coming in, and just remember, if you need to rest. Be positive especially to yourself, and look into light language. If you resonate, you resonate. If you don't, you don't. And we'll have a bit more of a chat on this. And like I said, not too much of far back of my awakening, a bit more where I am now and what's happening now. I need to do that bit of the chat because it's shifted again. And I will see you